Hello there. Today I want to talk to you about Jehovah's Witnesses and money. If you are one of Jehovah's Witnesses or an ex-JW, you know how much the Society of Jehovah's Witnesses is discouraging people from pursuing money. They are telling people, young people, not to pursue higher education. And if you happen to be a professional, let's say, if you have a career, they will discourage you from taking more responsibilities so you can make more money and be maybe less available to serve Jehovah. I will never forget, and even though I was far away from who I am today, I was not a life coach and I was very much still indoctrinated. And I will never forget that sister who was giving her experience in one of our assemblies. And she was so proud, telling hundreds of people listening to her that she had just refused a career opportunity that was going to bring her $80,000 a year. She was so proud, telling us that instead she would be content with half that and serve Jehovah instead. This, even back then, I thought was the most ridiculous thing I had ever heard. I knew that even as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, if I had had the opportunity to accept a job that was giving me $80,000 when I was making like half of that, I would have taken it. And the reason why I would have taken it, it's because that society, which is so proud in telling people to be broke and miserable because it's going to make them more spiritual, that very society is a billionaire. They own billions of dollars. They own thousands, hundreds of thousands in stock. And they own thousands of properties around the world. And at the same time, they have the nerves to tell you to be broke, basically. And as a life coach, and actually one of the areas that I work is teaching people to attract more money into their lives, because not only Jehovah's Witnesses, but many people have a programming that is preventing them to make a lot of money or even to make good money, and that's why they're broke. And that's why I wanted to bring that knowledge here to this channel, talking to ex-Jehovah's Witnesses and also maybe current Jehovah's Witnesses. I would never forget another thing. It was the cover of a magazine, of a Watchtower magazine, a long time ago, like early 2000 maybe. And that cover was showing, a luxury car, someone with a lot of jewelry, rich people. And the title, which I don't remember exactly, but between the title of the magazine and the picture, you would understand, you would completely be brainwashed into believing that having a lot of money was bad. But that is very, very hypocritical when the society that is printing those words and showing you that image, that picture, is actually itself a billionaire. Very, very hypocritical, isn't it? You see, and they are also lying to you. Because I can tell you as a life coach that money can't make you anything when it comes to your character, when it comes to your personality. Money can't make you good, money can't make you bad, and money can't make you spiritual or the lack of it. Because money is just a tool. That's all it is. Saying that money can make you anything as when it comes to your character is the same thing as saying that the computer that you're watching this video on right now is going to make you good or bad or spiritual or lack of it. It's ridiculous. Money is just a tool, can't make you anything. As a coach that I know, we used to teach his audience is what money is. It's just a magnifier. If you had a spot right here on your cheek and you are looking at your face in the mirror and you take a magnifier right in front of that spot, you'll see that spot bigger. The reason why you are able to see that spot bigger to start with is because the spot is here to start with, right? If there was no spot at all, even with a magnifier, you won't be able to see anything. You see that spot bigger with the magnifier because you already have a spot to start with. Well, money is the same thing. Let's say you are a bad person and money is given to you. Of course, if money is given to you and you already have bad intentions, you have more money to do more bad stuff to more people. That's totally understandable. That's a matter of fact, of course. But let's say you are a very good person, very generous, very good intention person, and that same amount of money is given to you. Then now you have more opportunities to better your own life, to better the life of all your relatives and friends, and to better the life to maybe many people that you don't even know in the world. That's what money does. That's why this coach used to say, money is a magnifier. Money is going to magnify who you are. And listen to this. If you are a spiritual person, well, money will help you to be even more spiritual in the sense that you'll have more time to be spiritual. Because when you're broke, believe me, the worriness about being broke, the wondering how you're going to pay your next rent, and wondering how you're going to bring food to the table, it's going to take a lot of energy out of you, and you will have less time to be spiritual, believe me. As a matter of fact, when I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses, because I was so broke, I was more concerned about, how am I going to do this and that, today, next week, next month, then I was very concerned about how spiritual I was. So again, but yet I was still spiritual because I'm a spiritual person. I'm just not someone that believes in a God like the one described in the Bible, but I am a spiritual person. And money that I managed to bring into my life because I know better today has not destroyed that, will never destroy it whatsoever. Money has never destroyed my character, my generosity, and my spirituality. It won't do it to you either. So, now going back to this organization, the organization that always tell you that money is bad. Listen to what Kathy Thomas from the Critical Thinker is saying about a true story that she's going to tell you about how the society is seeing money and how they're ready to grab it when they can.
My husband, unbeknownst to him, how difficult this task would be, became the executor to the estate of a terminally ill brother in our congregation. And he said, had he had known all of what he was going to be responsible for caring for, he would not have undertaken that task. Anyway, one of the experiences that goes along with this, being the executor to this estate, is the fact that this brother was leaving the bulk of his estate, which was the cash value of his life insurance policy, to the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. And my husband and I were very frustrated, and we were scared because we didn't know what was going on, because it seemed like the society was actually hounding us for that money, or my husband. And they would call the house, and my husband was trying to take care of the IRS and the taxes that this brother had to pay. This is after he died. The brother died. And the society said, well, can you just give us some of the money now? And so my husband said, well, I would prefer to give you all of the money that's left over after I care for his bills, his expenses, and take care of his the situation with the IRS. And I remember telling this sister that was a close friend of mine when I was still going to the Kingdom Hall. And I was telling her about the experience and how the society was calling my husband and hounding him for this money. We just couldn't believe it. And she looked at me, the sister looked at me and she says, Kathy, she says, I don't want to hear anymore. She says, please do not tell me any more about this. Because she did not want to hear that the society was begging for this money and they didn't want to wait until my husband had closed out this brother's estate. And I was like, I just had no idea that they even operated like that. And finally, when my husband took care of everything for the brother and he sent the final monies that was, left over from the estate, we got this email, my husband got this letter thanking him that he did not take his 6% of the estate. And at that moment, my husband was reading the letter and we just looked at each other and we were like, oh my God, we had no idea that my husband was even supposed to get anything for caring for the estate. And of course, society did not offer the money to us. They knew we didn't know that information because my husband had never done that before, And it was just amazing how they wrote and thanked us as if, oh, you didn't take your share, your cut. And so we were like, wow, you live and you learn. But it's amazing when you look back and you see exactly, what was taking place when you were still in the organization.
So, how did you like Kathy's story here? You see, the thing is that think about, the situation right here. The society that is telling you that money is bad and that you should not pursue money. Look how ready they are to jump on money, to grab money that they are saying is theirs. Very interesting, isn't it? So I hope that you can leave this video by thinking how brainwashed you are into thinking that money is a bad thing and into refusing to pursue higher education, into refusing to get a better career that's going to bring you more money. And what you are doing is simply listening to a billionaire company that is telling you that money is bad while they are making a lot of money. If tomorrow you decided, you and all the other 8 million witnesses out there decided not to give them a penny anymore, there's nothing they would be able to do, but they would disappear. So I hope you like this video. Please like it if you did, subscribe if you haven't, share the video, share your thoughts and comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.